Welcome to UGC NET Linguistics topic Morphology. Morphology, scientific study of the internal structure of words. Morphology, scientific study of the internal structure of words. Scientific study of internal structure of words. Morphology, conceptual center of linguistics. Since words, the object of study of morphology, are at the interface between phonology, syntax, semantics. Andrew Spencer and Arnold Jaworski. Andrew Spencer and Arnold Jaworski said, morphology, conceptual center of linguistics, since words, the object of study of morphology, are at the interface between phonology, syntax, and semantics. John Wolfgang van Goethe, German poet, novelist, playwright, coined the term morphology in 19th century in biological context. John Wolfgang van Goethe, German poet, novelist, playwright, coined the term morphology in biological context in 19th century. Morphology, morph plus logos. Morph means form, logos means study. So, study of forms. Morphology deals with words, their internal structure, and how they are formed. Morphology deals with words, their internal structure, and how they are formed. Morpheme, coined by Jan Bodavin Courtney. Jan Bodavin Courtney coined morpheme. Jan Bodavin D. Courtney, Polish linguist, linguist of Poland. Jan Bodavin D. Courtney, linguist of Poland, coined term morpheme. Morpheme by Jan Bodavin Courtney. Morpheme, Courtney, morpheme, Jan Bodavin D. Courtney. Morphology. Morphology. Morphology, a study of evolution of words, contributes to the study of evolution of words. A study of evolution of words contributes to the study of evolution of words. Max Muller, 1899, under influence of Darwin theory. Max Muller, 1899. Morphology, a synchronic discipline. Morphology, a synchronic discipline. Using Nida. Morphology, 1949. Using Nida's work. Morphology, 1949. Using Nida's work. Morphology, 1949. Morpheme. Morphine, Jan Bodavin D. Courtney. Morphine, Leonard Bloomfield. Morpheme, The smallest identifiable grammatical unit. Morpheme. The smallest identifiable grammatical unit. Morpheme. Minimal unit that cannot be further subdivided into small units, into meaningful small units. Morpheme, the smallest indivisible unit of semantic content and grammatical function. Morpheme, the smallest indivisible unit of semantic content and grammatical function. Morpheme, it meets three criteria. 1. It is a word or part of a word. It is a word or part of a word that has meaning. Morpheme. It cannot be subdivided into smaller parts. Morpheme. It recurs in differing verbal environment with a relatively stable meaning. Morpheme. Used by Leonard Bloomfield in modern sense. Morpheme. Used by Leonard Bloomfield in modern sense. For example, unkind, made up of two words, un and kind. These are minimal, meaningful units of language which cannot be further subdivided into smaller units. For example, carpet is a minimal, meaningful unit by itself because carpet has nothing to do with car and pet. Garbage is a single morpheme because garbage cannot be subdivided as garb and is, nothing to do with garb and is. Morphology. Morphology, a systematic study of morphemes or how they join to form words. Morphology, a systematic study of morphemes or how they join to form words or new words. A single word has one or more morphemes. A single word can have one or more morphemes. A morpheme may or may not stand alone. A morpheme may or may not stand alone. But a word stands alone. A word stands alone. A morpheme can be found in word, but word cannot be found in morpheme. Types of morphemes. Types of morphemes. Morpheme, free morpheme, bound morpheme, empty morpheme. Bound morpheme further divided: affixes, clitics, portmanteau, zero. Bound morpheme further divided: affixes morpheme, clitics, portmanteau morpheme, zero morpheme. Affixes further divided: prefix, suffix, infix, circumfix. Affixes further divided: prefix, suffix, infix, circumfix. Clitics further divided proclitic and clitic. Free morpheme. Free morpheme stand alone as words. Free morpheme independent as words. For example, cat, boat, on, in, about, etc. Bound morpheme. Bound morpheme don't stand alone as words. Bound morpheme can occur only in combination. Bound morpheme dependent part of a word. For example, dash s, dash er, dash ing, dash ment, etc. Affixes. Affixes further divided inflectional affixes, verbs. Derivational affixes. Derivational affixes further divided class maintaining affixes, class changing affixes. Class maintaining affixes original and new word belong to the same class. Original and new words belong to the same class. Maintain same parts of speech. For example, play, player, noun. Boy, boyhood, nouns. Play, replay, verbs. Class changing affixes. Original and new words belong to different categories. For example, able, adjective. Enable, verb. Sing, verb. Singer, noun. Inflectional suffixes do not change the class of words. Inflectional suffixes do not change the class of words. Inflectional suffixes do not change the class of word. For example, slide, slides, both verbs. Hot, hotter, both adjectives. Girl, girls, both nouns. Play, playing, both verbs. Two bases of forming new different words. Two bases of forming new different words. Derivational affixes. Derivational affixes form parts of speech. Derivational affixes form parts of speech. Inflectional affixes form different forms of the same word. Different forms of the same words. For example, work, worker. Both nouns. Category does not change. Play, played. Both verbs are often used as suffixes to finite verbs. ed. Bound morphemes classified into bound morphemes further classified affixes, prefixes and suffixes, clitics, portmanteau morpheme, empty morphemes. Affixes, bound morpheme. Based on the place of occurrence, affixes are classified into four categories: prefixes, suffixes, infixes, circumfixes. When a prefix and a suffix act together to realize one morpheme, It makes a circumfix morpheme. A discontinuous morpheme occurs at beginning. Derivational morpheme, inflectional morpheme. Derivational morpheme change part of speech or meaning. For example, judge, judgment. From judge to judgment. Inflectional morpheme do not change part of speech or meaning. For example, big to bigger, both adjectives. Derivational morpheme typically indicates semantic relationship between the words. Derivational morpheme typically indicates semantic relationship within the word. For example, painful, from pain to painful. Here morpheme full has no particular relation with any other morpheme in a sentence. Inflectional morpheme typically indicates syntactic or semantic relationship between different words in a sentence. For example, walks. Walks show relationship between subject and verb in a sentence. Inflectional morphemes. Inflectional morphemes has following functions. Inflectional morpheme tense marker, plural marker, possession marker, number marker. Inflectional morphemes has 4 markers. 1. Tense marker, 2. Plural marker, 3. Possession marker, 4. Number marker. Derivational morpheme category based, changes word from one category to another. Derivational morpheme category based, changes word from one category to another. Inflectional morphemes grammar based, does not change category of word but its grammatical form and retains its original meaning. For example, black, blacker, both adjectives. Morpheme. Morpheme -er takes word black from positive degree into comparative degree blacker. Change of degree is syntactical change. Change of degree is syntactical change, grammatical change, not semantic change. Inflectional morpheme has some markers. Tense marker as -s/es -ed -ing. Degree marker -er -st. Possession marker noun apostrophe s. Number marker tens, twenties. Plural marker noun plus s or es. Verb marker en -ed compounding word formation process. Compounding word formation process. Compounding, a process of word formation of combining two independent words into a single compound. Compounding. Category of a compound is determined by its head. Category of a compound is determined by its head. Category of compound is determined by its head.